very complicated. This is all it is, a seat, and you just move your legs all the time. All right? It's a very simple thing, but that's the only way I control reading with a little bit of mobility. And I would really advise people to look for a way of reading. There's some that are on the 104 and use it. But, right. But they're mostly not sturdy. The sit and cycle is a lot more sturdy. You just sit and you just pedal which one, which speed, this, that, and the other. Yes.
Do you also, I know you're doing aerobic exercises. Do you do resistance training?
I don't do resistance training other than I have little dumbbells that I use my arm with it.
Okay, well that's resistance training.
Right. For the upper part of the body,
yeah.
You can do the bicycle, but it tends to be a very complicated machine. And doing heavy weights when you're doing resistance, not a good idea. Right. Because of the shoulder muscle get damaged very easily.
And you're not trying to bulk up, you're just trying to keep them firm.
Correct. So 1 pound.
You can reach any of those.
The thing what I found was that it has to be something practical, something easy to use. Books are not easy to use. Bottles are difficult to deal with. But if you get a 1 pound weight that has a strap on it, so that actually you don't have to do anything but move your arm, particularly when you're on the sit and cycle, it's a very easy concept. There are many, many sophisticated pieces of equipment, mats that vibrate and so on. But if you're talking about something that's practical and everybody can use, the sit and cycle is a very inexpensive piece of equipment. Very easy to use, doesn't take a whole lot of space. It's not like all the hundreds of colors that they have, that what they really want to do is make money and not care about your car. The sit and cycle, very simple, standard arrangement, small space. You sit on it, you can do anything. There are people who cook while they're on the sit and cycle. Yes. They get a special table and stand, and they do everything. It's unimaginable what they can do. And that's really what I looked at. Here I'm reading a lot, and I'm not doing any activity. So I decided, well, why don't I do the same as all these people are doing? And it turned out to be a
What about people that are big walkers?
Right.
You have to sit in the morning doing a lot of walking.
yeah.
Then you can reach
Right. You need to, even if you walk in the morning, you need to follow it up with some activity at the middle of the day and late at night, particularly late at night. Because one of the nasty things about Pi 1 is it goes up at night. Between the late hours of the evening and the early hours of 2 and 4 in the morning is when Pi 1 is at its highest.
Would that help? Excuse me, not cramps in the legs?
Yeah. Most people who get cramps in the legs because Pi 1 has gone up. It's called a circadian rhythm, which is at night. Right? And the circadian rhythm is something that you can't control. It's not one thing. It's about 5 to 6 different factors. But circadian rhythm is the rhythm you can do. You have to be active. You have to do things to get rid of that Pi 1. So try to be active. And the idea of taking plasma X late at night and taking a lot of it, great, particularly if you get cramps. All right. Go ahead.
No,
you go ahead and cover the plasma.
well, this is what the Plasma X bottle looks like. So when you see it on the shelf, you're opening that sample. It's awesome. Just a quick summary of what Dr. Tawakor told us. It's for heart health, healthy blood circulation. We don't get so much of this in Arkansas, but up where I am in New York, a lot of people have numbness in their hands and feet, especially during the winter time.
Neuropathy or
Raynaud's disease. This will help with that. Our company is Tawakor Health Development. It's a cutting-edge supplement. The active ingredient is BFPD proprietary blend. It's a science-based product from the soy enzyme extracted from the natto. Natto is a food with Japanese. You might be familiar with nattokinase, which probably seldom. This is like that, but it's like nattokinase with steroids. It's much more effective. They've isolated one of the enzymes, natto, and made a unique molecule out of it. And that's the active ingredient in plasma. Next one.
Oh. Oh, that's the wrong way.
I can help you.
I need to trade. Here.
Yeah, here we are, okay. I think we've gone through pretty much all that. Now we want to get into,
Can I say one little thing about
Yes,
that? What they found was that if you take a bacteria and expose it to some difficult situations in the chemistry itself, it will fight harder. That's how Plasmanex, although is a natto, but nattokinase, the regular nattokinase, because a lot of people think if you buy the regular nattokinase, it'll do the same. The regular nattokinase is produced from a bacteria that hasn't been sort of toughened up. There's a person in Japan who realized that when you toughen up the bacteria, you'll produce a better quality product. That's what Plasmanex is. It's sort of a secret, trade secret that he has.
so this is what the Plasmanex is. We just heard about that. I think you got a really good background. It's really a terrific product. Another product that we produce is Picamune 4. Picamune 4 is, as you would imagine, an immune product. It's also a natural product. Just this one each. Yeah. The active ingredient is RBAC, which is rice bran arachidonate compound. In your bags, you have a book, RBAC, by Dr. Dan Kenner, who's an expert on this product. If you have a chance, you should really glance through this. It gives you pretty much a good background of this ingredient, what it can do. It's another phenomenal ingredient. It's extracted from rice bran, but the rice bran has been treated with the enzyme from shiitake mushroom. So it's more than just a mushroom product. It's rice bran treated with the enzyme from shiitake. The shiitake breaks down the rice bran to make it more bioavailable. It's also an immune modulator. So it's not going to overstimulate the immune system. And we were talking earlier about autoimmune disorders. Autoimmune disorders when the immune system overstimulates itself. This product will not overstimulate. We have research to show it's a natural modulator. So it'll seek the optimal level of where the immune system should be. And you can take this also in very high doses, and it will not overstimulate the immune response. It's produced by an innovative patented biotechnology process, and the final result is this unique molecule called rice bran arachidonate compound. Yes. Benefits. Immune modulation, as we talked about, enhances the immune system, won't cause overstimulation, won't lose efficacy for long use. And we have research to show that it can also be efficacious at a low dose. So you don't have to take a huge amount of it to get benefit. It enhances the immune system. How does it do it? It targets the white blood cells, specifically the natural killer cells, the NK cells. It also increases the activity and the count of the B cells, T cells, cytotoxic cells, macrophage, cytokines, all the white blood cells. It increases the activity of all the white blood cells. That helps the body's immune response. And it seeks the optimal level of the immune system. That's why it's an immunomodulator. Next one, please. Okay, these are some of the factors that are going to contribute to a weakened immune system. Stress, if you talk about it. We all have stress. The more stress we get, it's going to affect our immune response. It's going to weaken our body to fight off bacteria and other antigens. The pollution, air we breathe, polluted water, any type of pollution is going to affect our immune system. And then the next one, poor diet. It's pretty obvious. You don't eat right, the immune system is going to suffer. Allergies. If you have an allergy, it's going to weaken your immune system. The next one is prescription medications. Some of the prescription drugs that we take have a side effect of weakening our immune system, also affecting the response of our white blood cells. Sleep. Tired, don't get enough sleep, immune system suffer. Next one is heredity. Some people maybe have parents, grandparents that had a weakened immune system. They inherit that. Next couple of things, surgery after other medications. I know I've had a number of surgeries. I'm sure some of us have had it. And you know, after that surgery, you feel weak. Well, that weakness is because your immune system is not really up to where it should be. And of course, as we all get older, none of us get older, but other people get older. Aging is only affect the immune system. Natural killer cells. Natural killer cells, if you don't know, are important cells in our body. Actually, the natural killer cells weren't really discovered until fairly recently. I think maybe back in the 50s or something. They're an essential part of the early defense surveillance of the white blood cells. To use a military analogy, natural killer cells are like small groups of special forces, soldiers, constantly trolling our body, looking for an enemy. That enemy is going to be abnormal cells, antigens, pathogens, bacteria, viruses, looking for those abnormal cells. When the natural killer cells find those abnormal cells, they respond differently from B cells, T cells, macrophages. They adhere to the outer membrane of the abnormal cell. And they'll actually puncture a hole in the abnormal cell. We call that the kiss of death. It kisses that cell, puts a hole in the cell, and then there's a granule within the natural killer cell. It inserts the granules into the abnormal cell, now like hand grenades. They blow the cell up, so the cell suffers what's called apoptosis. The cell is destroyed. That's how it destroys abnormal cells. And it goes from one cell to the next, to the next, to the next. So all the granules have been used, and then the NK cell is purged, and new ones appear. That's just a quick rudimentary analogy of natural killer cells. But they're important cells that are part of our early defense. And the other thing that natural killer cells do is they send out signals to cytokines. And cytokines are chemical messengers. They send out cytokines. These cytokines wake up all the rest of the immune system to come to where the abnormal cells are. So it's like calling in the cavalry. And we need the cavalry to come in and help us. So it sends out these cytokines to call in the cytokines to interferon, interleukins. These are cytokines that help natural killer cells, all the rest of the immune response, all attack these abnormal cells. It's like a big war. This war is going on in our body constantly. And it's when the abnormal cells get out of hand, that's when you have problems. To attack abnormal cells, coordinating and regulating multiple aspects of central immune responses, calling in the rest of the immune system. And we talked about injecting the restricted antigens gradually to form apoptosis. Now to the next one. Several scientific studies show that people with NK cell deficiency are more susceptible. So if your NK cell systems are not working as they should be, you're going to be more susceptible to things like cancer, autoimmune disorders, infections such as Lyme disease, herpes virus, influenza, chronic fatigue syndrome is another or will also increase the level count, increase the number of T cells. And T cells and B cells increase because of this product. And it'll also help balance the ratio of CD8 and CD4. CD8 and CD4 are simply proteins that are part of the T cells, and it keeps these in balance to help the T cells function more effectively. CD stands for cluster of differentiation fisheries. Doses, therapeutic doses, 3 grams a day, 12 capsules. So if you really have a condition, you have to take a lot. 12 capsules or higher for 1 month, then you can reduce to a lower dose or a maintenance dose of 4 capsules. If you're in generally good health, you want to take this as a preventative. It works very well as a preventative. Cold and flu season, for example, start this right away. Early cold and flu season, take 2 to 4 capsules a day. Take it right through the cold and flu season. And safety. The proof is safe, non-toxic, even at extremely high doses. Tested with over 400 patients in clinical trials. Used by tens of thousands globally. It's used in many other countries around the world. No side effects, will not interact with drugs. And been used for more than a decade, actually more than 2 decades, especially in Asia.
It won't interact with vaccines.
The base is rice bran. Rice bran is a food, so it's not going to have any more interaction than if you were to eat rice bran. So it's not going to, it won't interact with.
You're talking about apoptosis too, so.
Apoptosis, that's.
Is that what you're talking about, the cluster of differentiation?
And that's what the cell is called. That CD8 that's the protein that's within the T cell. That's just the name of the cell. But that's inherent in our body in terms of this product. The product's not going to interact with the drug or not going to interact with the vaccine.
It actually improves the effects of vaccine because one of the disadvantages of vaccine is vaccines have mercury.
Too often.
And mercury is toxic. What Peak Immune does is remove some of the toxicity because it tends to produce cells that surround the mercury. A lot of vaccines are very dangerous because of the lot of mercury.
And the other thing is with antibiotics, if you take this product with an antibiotic, it tends to sharpen the antibiotic to make it even more efficacious. It'll boost the activity of the antibiotic.
That's what Dr. Patrick Williams says, that there's differentiation when you use foods, promoting plant-based foods, and even chemotherapy is more differentiated between good bad cells on the fat, or not even using the chemo, like he says, of course, food and all these things for your immune system and health are.
This works exactly the same way. I'm glad you brought up the thing about chemotherapy. We have a research study that's underway right now at the University of Texas Medical School, and they're using cancer patients from MD Anderson Hospital who are on chemotherapy, taking chemotherapy, and using this product in conjunction with chemotherapy and to show that it will reduce some of the side effects. So that some of the hair loss and nausea and other things associated with chemotherapy. The study's not finished, so not
It's favorable.
it's not got it, but the early results are very encouraging, and they're showing that it is effective with chemo side effects. We have completed a study with this product and chemo side effects. I think it was done in Egypt, and if that study confirmed